volleyball fans, and welcome again to the 2016 NWAC Volleyball Championships. You are currently looking at the final four teams of this year's championship tournament. For one, we have the number 3 seed from the South, Chemeketa versus the number 2 seed from the West, Columbia Red Devils. This match will be the best 3 out of 5 set series, and the winner will go to the championship match tomorrow. On tier 2, we have the number 1 seed from the South, Red Brothers, and the number 1 seed from the East, Colorado Warriors. This match will be the best 2 out of 3 sets played, and the winner is moving on to play match 4-3. Okay, back to court one, now meet the teams. First, for the Chemeketa Storm. Number 1, Tori Bennett. Number 2, Morgan Goldberg. Number 4, Emily Hodges. Number 5, Kiana McCoy. Number 6, Destiny Thompson. Number 7, Emily McCoy. Number 8, Madison Haas. Number 9, Eve Madison. Number 10, Tasia Jones. Number 12, Rebecca Morrison. Number 13, Ayla Oxley. Number 14, Alyssa McDonald. And number 15, Molly Gordon. The Storm is coached by head coach Tracy Stevenson and assistant staff Alex, Kayla Piper, and Courtney Johnson. And now, the Lower Columbia Red Devils.
So back on court one, we've got A bracket volleyball, and a big thank you to Kathy down there taking care of the PA. And this match on court one will pit the Lower Columbia College Red Devils up against the Chemeketa Storm, the 2 seed from the West and the 3 seed from the South. Hello everybody, I'm Wes Tucker, and I'm going to be keeping you company here on court number one. as there is another match going on court 2, a B bracket match between the Walla Walla Warriors and the Lynn Benton Roadrunners. The loser of this game will go play the winner of that game. And the winner of this game will advance to the championship tomorrow. So about ready to start here. We just need the okay from the official. The championship game tomorrow scheduled for 1:30. The All-Star games will be streamed. However, there will be no play-by-play on either court for those. And it's going to be Savage back serving for the Devils. And we have the whistle, and we're ready for NWAC volleyball in the Convention Center. Set up now at the net on the outside, Jones, and off the hand of Clark. So the first point will go to the Storm. And coming into the game now is going to be Patterson for the Storm, and back to serve will be Madison Ross. Reinhold bumps it toward the bleachers, and Schmidt not able to get there. So a quick 2-0 lead now for the Storm. Ross again. And that one, courtesy of Nina Bailey in the middle. A quick strike back now, and Rachel Erickson coming back to serve now for the Devils. And that one, a tip off the hand of Patterson. And we're tied at 2. Just clearing, set up now in the middle by Savage. Outside for Schmidt. And just able to save it, Nina. And now Reinhold on the outside gets the touch off of Jones. 3-2 Devils. As Erickson set to go again. Schmidt on her first attack gets her first kill. And Jones finds the open ground right in front of her. And now we're tied at 3. And now Jones will head back to serve for the Storm. Erickson on the bump, set up by Savage on the outside. And Reinhold with the kill for the Devils. Reinhold in 2 attacks has 2 kills now. And now it'll be Clark doing the serving. Set up by Patterson on the outside, and a great block by Reinhold at the net. A 5-3 lead for the Devils here in set 1. A reminder, A bracket games are played best of 5. The first 4 sets consisting of 25 points, and the 5th set consisting of 15. As a service ace lands for Chloe Clark. So Clark to serve again. Waiting for it's Bennett. Set up now on the outside for Patterson. Schmidt there, playing defense. And Jones bumps it across. Clark, Savage, and Schmidt on the outside. And won't be handled. A point to the Devils. 7-3. Clark serve. Jones bumps it way out of bounds. Service ace for Chloe Clark, and a timeout taken by the Storm. And we'd like to use this timeout to remind you that today's action is brought to you by Lynn Benton College. Prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, get your bachelor's degree started, or check out the Degree Partnership Program with OSU. LBCC Inspired.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. That's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
NWAC Volleyball also brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and can even earn money toward college if you qualify. For more information, visit your local Army recruiter or visit goarmy.com. And back now on the court, it is Chloe Clark doing the serving. Clark now has 2 service aces to her name. Bumped up by Bennett, set by Patterson, now on the outside. Great move by Savage to keep it up. And down, courtesy of Schmidt. So now 9-3. The Devils coming away with the first points out of the timeout taken by the Storm. Set up again outside this time for Patterson, and Patterson's wide. Another point to LC. So 10-3 the score, as Lynn Benton currently leads Walla Walla 8-3 in set number 1 over there. And Clark to serve. And sailing out of bounds there, a service error from Chloe Clark. And now the ball will be served by Tori Bennett, the libero for Chemeketa. And now on the outside, a block, and down by the feet of Marinetti. So 10-5 now your score. And that one stays alive. Clark sets it across. Waiting for it is Jones. Sit up at the net now. And the kill from Oxy. Oxy's first attack ends up in a kill. And now a 10-6 lead for the Devils. As Bennett to serve. Set up on the outside for Schmidt, who taps it across. And Jones waiting for it is Savage. Set by Reinhold. Outside again for Schmidt. And off the touch. A point for the Devils. And now coming back to serve will be Brooke Mosier. Go Titans. Set up now at the net on the outside. Quick tap over, not able to be saved by Mosier, so credit that one to Destiny Fandrick. And heading back to serve now will be Emily Widlick. Mosier on the bump. Savage set up on the outside for Schmidt, and it is saved. And now they're going to say it landed. So a 12-7 lead now for LC. And it'll be Schmidt now back to serve. Outside, Oxy off the touch of Schmidt, and it finds the court. And now back to serve is Fandrick. Mosier on the bump. Set up. Opportunity for Erickson. Jones waiting for it. Clark. Savage sets to the outside. And Marinetti off the touch of Fandrick gets a point for the Devils. So 13-8 the score. And now Marinetti will go back to serve. And service ace for Marinetti and the Devils. Third service ace for the Devils in the first set. Marinetti bumped up and backwards. Fandrick able to get to it, and Jones has to bump it across. Set up by Savage, and now Bailey puts it across. And Bailey's got to bump it across this time. Set up for Jones, and Jones finds the edge. So 14-9 your score. Still a LCC lead. Oxy with the serve. Bump by Mosier. Set up on the inside for Bailey, and she finds the kill. So now a 15-9 game, and Savage steps behind the line to serve for the second time this afternoon. Bump twice outside for Jones. Set up outside for Erickson. And able to keep it in now, Patterson. And a touch and a point to the Devils as Reinhold gets the fingertip from Jones. So Savage back once more. Bumped awkwardly. Jones can't get it over the net. Another point for the Devils. And now the score is 17-9. And a timeout taken by the Storm. So we'll step away again, but be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
And now back on court one. Savage back to serve again for the Devils. Now with an 8-point lead. The score 17-9, trying to take the first set away from the Chemeketa Storm. Savage on the serve. Set up outside. Able to get to it. And put over by Bailey. And a block by Reinhold. All I can say is thank goodness for Bailey pointing at Reinhold. I couldn't tell who made the block. Good to be honest up front. And that one put down by Erickson. So now a 10-point lead, 19-9. And Savage back to serve once more. And that one put down by Bailey. Some bad luck on the bumps from Chemeketa so far in this set. And now Savage across the net. Clark now on the outside for Erickson. And now Jones just out of bounds. So 21-9. Lynn Benton leading by a score of 10 over there. 17-7 on court two. Set up now. And in! A point for the Devils. So a quality block on the outside. And a point for the Devils. Jones. Now Schmidt set up by Savage, and Reinhold handled at the net. Erickson is blocked this time by Molly Warner, the sophomore out of Bend, Oregon. And now Ross will head back to serve her second time behind the line this afternoon. Trailing 12. Set up for Erickson on the outside, and she taps it across. Catching him off guard, now a 23-10 lead. And Erickson will do the serving. Bump to the side by Jones, just able to get there is Ross. Now set by Savage for Schmidt. And putting it across again is Ross. And now Reinhold is handled in the back by Fandrick. And that one falls. A point will go to the Storm, now 23-11. And Taisha Jones now serving. Clearing the net. Clark set by Savage, and Bailey handled up front by Fandrick, and now Schmidt a touch and out of bounds. Set point number 1 for the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Clark with the serve. Set up at the net, outside. Good defense work up front from Marinetti. Set up by Savage on the outside for Schmidt, and a block up front by Molly Warner. Warner's second block for points in this set. So score 24-12, and set point number 2 for the Devils. Erickson, it falls off the bump. And now Bennett will go back to serve for the Storm as set point number 3 presents itself. Savage sets up outside, and Schmidt is handled by Jones in the back. Dug out by Clark. And inbounds. And a timeout will be taken by the Devils as they still lead by 10, but we'll step away and come right back after this.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. That's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
So back on court 1, set point number 4 now for the Devils. And Bennett's going to have to be perfect with a dash of something else to get back into the set, as the Devils have a commanding 10-point lead. Set up on the outside, Reinhold, dug out by Jones, and now on the outside, Fandrick. And Schmidt this time, it will fall. LCC wins set number 1, 25-14. So we will step away and be right back with set 2 after this.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train.
Present. Oh.
I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's alright, because I do.
Today's game also brought to you by Olympic College. Olympic College is nationally recognized by the Aspen Institute as a top 10 community college because our programs help students earn good-paying jobs. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. And back now on the court. 30 seconds left between sets here. So the Red Devils jump out to a 1-0 lead as they take set number 1, 25-14. And a big part of that has been Bailey up at the front of the net, has a couple of clutch blocks as well as a handful of kills, turning into a few great points. As now the Storm looks to come back and tie it up at 1. A reminder, this game is best 3 of 5. The game on court 2, a B bracket game, is best 2 out of 3. And going back to serve now for the Storm is going to be Ross. Serve from Ross up and over. Waiting for it is Reinhold. Outside setup for Erickson, and off the touch, a point for the Devils as they draw first blood here in set number 2. And now coming up to serve is Savage. And this one, Bennett able to save it. And Fandrick puts it across. Clark waiting for it. Set by Savage to the outside for Erickson. And looking for the corner is Schmidt. No avail. And that one falls, courtesy of Warrener. So tied at 1 apiece now on the Warrener kill. And Taisha Jones heads back to serve for Chemeketa. Set up outside, Reinhold. Waiting for it, though, is Bennett and Patterson. Bailey puts it up, and Schmidt with the kill as it splits Jones and Ross. So 2-1 Devils lead here. Set number 1 was just won by Lynn Benton over on court 2. Again, Napoleon Dunn with the call over there if you get tired of listening to my voice or just need a change of teams. Court 2 is streaming live as Reinhold is blocked by Warrener again at the net. And now a 2-2 game. Bennett the libero with the serve. Set up now for Schmidt, and off a block. No, the point is going to go to the Storm, and Bennett comes back to serve again. And service error there, and we're tied at 3. Service errors hurt a lot of teams here in the NWAC championships. As now we're down to 4. And Patterson handled up front now, set by Savage outside, and Schmidt. A great block at the net from Schmidt, and a point for the Devils. They lead 4-3. And now Chloe Clark to do the serving. Set up, and Oxy can't finish it off, so 4 touches on the side of the Storm, and now a 5-3 lead for the Devils. Set by Ross, outside for Fandrick, and it's going to hit the boundary marker on the net. So now a 6-3 lead for LC. Clark serve. Jones, Ross. And now set again by Ross for Patterson, and Patterson with the kill. So a 6-4 lead now for the Devils, as going back to the serve now is going to be Wedlick. Set outside, and Marinetti off the touch of Ross gets a point for the Devils. Just couldn't be handled up front. Lynn Benton currently leads 3-1 over on court 2 in set number 2. And Brooke Mosier's serve. Bumped by Jones, set by Ross, and Oxy. Another opportunity for Oxy, and it goes down off the touch of Marinetti. So now 7-5. Red Devils still with a 2-point lead. And going back to serve now is going to be Fandrick. Fandrick serve. Into the net, service error for Fandrick, and a point for the Devils. So now setting up to serve is going to be Schmidt. Set up at the net now by Ross. Oxy way wide, and another point will go to the Devils. They lead by a score of 9-5 now, 4-point lead. Whereas Walla Walla starting to close the gap a little bit. 5-3, still a Lynn Benton lead on court 2. Outside setup for Jones, and Jones comes away with the kill. And now it will be Oxy to do the serving. Bumped up. And outside set for Erickson. And waiting for this one's Clark. Erickson on the set. Schmidt. Oxy waiting for it. And Clark again. Savage. And Schmidt. Fighting for the point here as Erickson. A block by Marinetti. And finally putting it across is Fandrick. And that one will finally fall. A point for LC on a hard-fought volley. And Marinetti will go back to serve for the Devils. And serve just out of bounds. So a service error from Marinetti. And now a 10-7 lead for the Devils. Back to serve now is going to be Madison Ross. Set up now on the outside for Erickson. Erickson off the block attempt. Set up outside for Jones, and Jones off the hand of Schmidt gets the point. Lead cut down to 2, 10-8 the score. And Ross heads back to serve again. Schmidt set up by Savage, and Schmidt can't clear the net. So 10-9 your score. So cut back to a 1-point lead as Walla Walla just tied Lynn Benton 7-7 in set number 2. And Schmidt sets it across. Fandrick on the diving dig. And Erickson can't be handled in the back by Fandrick. A point for the Devils. So now back to serve is Savage. Set up at the net on the outside. Patterson blocked by Reinhold. Schmidt. Savage set up in the back. Reinhold just out of bounds. So now 11-10 after that kill attempt, and it'll be Jones back to serve for Chemeketa. Savage and Erickson outside, and we're tied at 11. Here in set number 2. Jones serves, skips over the net. Reinhold on the bump, set up by Savage, and Bailey handled by Ross. Jones again, and it falls. Chemeketa takes a 12-11 lead, and a timeout will be called by LC. So we'll step away as the tables seem to have turned in set number 2.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Today's contest also brought to you by the host school of Pierce College. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. Including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path, and your pathway is clear at Pierce College. So back now at the court, it'll be Jones back to serve as Chemeketa has taken a 1-point lead here in set 2, 12-11. There on the bump, set up by Savage, outside Erickson, Patterson, and now Fandrick. Outside set up for Erickson again, and that one off the touch of Patterson. A point for the Devils. We're tied at 12. Quality timeout called there as they immediately tie it up. And another point to the Devils there, and they reclaim the lead after the timeout. Erickson now to serve. Bennett with the set, bumped up by Ross. Fandrick on the outside. And Schmidt, it was touched twice by Savage, it appears. And it's going to be a 13-13 tie. And Bennett back to serve now for the Storm. Set up outside for Reinhold. Now Schmidt sets it across. Patterson. Savage, and now outside Reinhold. And Patterson waiting for it again. And that one, trying to find the corner, no good. Waiting for it is Jones. And Schmidt is handled by Jones. Bailey. Set up front outside, and the kill from Schmidt. 14-13, LCC with the lead. And it'll be Clark to serve. Clark has 2 service aces to her name. Outside Patterson. And Jones puts it across. Set up outside again for Schmidt. This time winning for it is Fandrick. And great piece of blocking up front by Marinetti. And Fandrick over the net. Set by Savage, and Reinhold is blocked down by Warner. So a 14-14 tie here in set number 2. And now Wedlick to serve for the Storm. Clark on the bump. Set by Savage. And the kill! Courtesy of Schmidt. So LCC now with a 15-14 lead over Chemeketa. Mosier now to serve. As Walla Walla extends their lead over the Roadrunners, now 12-6. As a service ace from Mosier causes the lead to go to 2. And out of bounds from Mosier, so a service ace and then a service error. And now Fandrick back to serve for the Storm. Fandrick serve. Bump by Clark, set by Savage, outside. And Marinetti's just wide, so we're tied at 16 even. So Fandrick back to serve once again. Fandrick serve up across the net, waiting for it. There's Mosier, and now Schmidt with the opportunity. Set to the side, and Fandrick puts it across, and it falls. The Storm take a 17-16 lead here late in set number 2. Fandrick on a 3-0 run. Service ace for Fandrick. And now a 2-point lead for the Storm. So Fandrick now back to serve. A 4-0 run for her now. Erickson on the bump. Set up by Savage, and Erickson handled in the back there by Wedlick. Oxy has it saved by Marinetti. And Erickson with it again. Bennett waits for it. And Jones. And Jones sets it across. And Erickson. Fandrick puts it over. Clark waiting for it. Set on the outside by Savage, and Schmidt can't be handled by the Storm. And 18-17 now the lead for Chemeketa. So a quality bit of work there from LCC, and the deficit cut down to 1. Schmidt serve, bumped by Wedlick and Bennett. Jones is wide. We're tied at 18. Schmidt has 11 kills out of 25 attacks today and 3 attack errors. Set up by Ross and Bennett. Opportunity here for LC. Erickson isn't quite credited with a point as they keep it in from the bleachers. And Marinetti with a soft set approach. And now Jones, Mosier, Savage, and on the outside, Erickson. Set up now, Erickson again. Jones waiting for it. And Fandrick across. On the dig is Schmidt, and out of bounds. A point, LC. So what a fight over there, and a 19-18 lead now for LC over on court 2. Lynn Benton has an 18-17 lead over Walla Walla. They already have a 1-0 lead as well. Set up by Ross in the middle. Oxy out of bounds. LCC crosses the 20-point threshold first here in set number 2. And Walla Walla ties it up at 18 apiece over on court 2 with Lynn Benton. Schmidt serve up and over. Bennett on the bump. Set up on the outside for Oxy, and that's down 20-19 now. That one off the hand of Marinetti. And now Oxy to serve. Serve up. Schmidt, Savage, Erickson finds the blue. 21-19 Devils. And Marinetti to serve. Set up by Ross on the outside for Jones, who gets the kill. 21-20 as over on court 2. Walla Walla takes a 19-18 lead over Lynn Benton in set number 2, trying to force a deciding third set over there. And able to save that one is Clark. Outside Patterson. And now Schmidt, handled in the back by Bennett. Jones, out of bounds, a point LC. And everybody on the Storm bench yelling at the referee, and a yellow card is issued. As no one on the Storm bench could believe that. So a yellow card issued. And LCC has a 22-20 lead. So set now, it'll be Savage to serve. Set up now for Jones, and Jones blocked by Bailey. Nina Bailey continues to have a great game on the front line for the Devils. 23-20 LC. And out of bounds, a point for the Storm. So 23-21 now. Jones on the serve. Set up by Savage, and Bailey handled by Jones. Out of bounds. LC has set point number 1 here in set 2. And a timeout called by the Storm, so we'll step away but come back with the conclusion of set 2 after this.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
Back now on court one as set point number one presents itself to the Red Devils, and it'll be Erickson back to serve. As the score stands at 24-21, Bennett on the bump, set by Ross on the outside. Patterson, a block by Schmidt, and set number two goes to the Devils. And so we will go to commercial again, but we'll be right back with third and possibly final set after this.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. It's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Today's game brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and can even earn money towards college if you qualify. For more information, visit your local Army recruiter or visit goarmy.com. Also brought to you by Lynn Benton College. Prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, get your bachelor's degree started, or check out the partnership program with OSU. LBCC Inspired. And speak of the Devils over there, LBCC advancing to play the loser of this game for a shot at the championship. LCC sitting pretty with a 2-0 lead set-wise here on court one. And if you want to catch the post-game interview over there with Napoleon Dunn, I wouldn't be offended at all. But just make sure you come back to me. I get lonely. As we're getting set up now. Again, Lynn Benton winning over Walla Walla. So loser will play Lynn Benton tonight at 4:30. We'll have that broadcast here for you on court one. We hope to see you there. And it'll be Savage to start us off. Set up now by Ross. Warrener. And now Erickson is saved in the back by Fandrick. Set across. Now Reinhold on the outside for Erickson. And on a touch, a point goes to the Devils. And now Savage to do the serving. As the last semifinal will be set after this game. Erickson dug out by Bennett. Outside set up for Reinhold. And it will fall. And we're tied at 1 here in set 3. And it'll be Ross, has 1 service ace to her name today, coming in set number 2. Set now in the middle, and Bailey handled by Jones. And now Patterson, handled by Clark. And Schmidt looks for the corner. It falls into the hand there of Jones. And good piece of blocking work up front by Jones. Outside set for Erickson. Bailey. And it won't clear the net off the hand of Fandrick. A 2-1 lead for the Devils. And Erickson the serve. And we welcome all the viewers who just joined us from Court 2. We got a good one going here. LCC leading 2-0 and leading 2-1 here in set 3. Erickson with the serve. Set up on the outside. Patterson comes in. And Schmidt, handled nicely by Fandrick. Able to get there is Ross. Jones bumps it across. They're waiting for it's Clark. And now Savage. And that point is going to go to the Storm on a violation there from Savage. So 2-2 here, the score in set 3. Set now for Reinhold, and Reinhold with the kill. Kind of wishing we had a radar gun to tell you there. I can tell you there may be a crater left where that one landed, as that one can't be handled by the defense. And now Chloe Clark to serve. A 4-2 lead for the Devils. Bennett, Ross, and just putting it over is Warner. Reinhold on the set on the outside for Schmidt, and a block from Patterson. Gives a point to the Storm. Bennett now to serve. Just clearing the net. Set up by Savage on the outside, and Schmidt handled this time in the back by Jones. Schmidt with another opportunity. Tries a softer approach, and it works. Faking out Fandrick. And now a 5-3 lead for the Devils. And now Brooke Mosier to serve for the Devils. Serve up and over. Jones waiting for it. Set up, Oxy with the attempt. Outside Fandrick, and blocked out of bounds. A point for the Storm as Marinetti couldn't keep it in play. So now Wedlick will do the serving for the Storm. And Marinetti handled by Jones in the back, and Jones is going to hit it across. Mosier waiting for it. Set up at the net, and Marinetti sets it over. And Oxy with the kill. We're tied at 5. So Wedlick back again to serve. Tied at 5 here on court 1. And out of bounds off the hand of Schmidt. And a lead change here, 6-5 Storm. And Wedlick back once again. Oxy on the day has 13 attacks, 6 kills, but also has 3 errors to her credit thus far. And Schmidt this time handled by Bennett. Set up by Ross on the outside for Fandrick, and a great block by Savage. Mosier. Savage sets up outside for Schmidt, and off the block, we're tied at 6. And now it'll be Schmidt back to serve. Set up at the net now for Oxy, and they can't save it. Oxy cleans up there, 7-6. And now Fandrick back behind the line to serve. Savage on the bump, and Erickson's going to have to hit it across. Waiting for it's Jones. Set by Ross. Opportunity for Jones. Easily handled there by Schmidt. And this time it's Fandrick who finds a way to put points on the board. 8-6 now in favor of the Storm. Fandrick's serve. Right into the net. They give the point back. And now 8-7 and Marinetti to serve for LCC. Set up at the net on the outside. Oxy and a block from Nina Bailey. Tied at 8. And that one's going to hit Erickson in the shoulder. So the botched serve there from Marinetti, and the lead goes back over to the Storm. And now Oxy to serve for Chemeketa. Bumped up by Mosier, set by Savage, and Bailey hits it in the traffic. And that one off the hand of Mosier will go out of bounds. A 2-point lead now for the Storm. So Oxy to serve, up over the net. Bump by Mosier, set by Savage, up, and Erickson. Set across by Savage that time, trying to change it up, and Jones off the hand of Savage. And now an 11-8 lead for the Storm. Bumped up by Clark, set by Savage over the net. Waiting for it, though, is Wedlick. And Warner, that time blocked, courtesy of Nina Bailey. So 11-9 now, a 2-point lead for the Storm, and Savage back to serve. Recall in the last set, LCC coming back from a 4-point deficit to win it. Set, Jones. Outside set for Reinhold, who off the block gets a point. 11-10. And now Savage. Another service error. 12-10 now. So heading back to serve now is going to be Ross. Ross's serve just over, set up at the net by Savage on the outside for Erickson, and off the touch of Bennett. LCC within one again. And it'll be Erickson going back to serve. Set up on the outside for Patterson. A good block up front by Reinhold. Erickson on the bump. Savage sets up outside. Schmidt with the kill. We're tied at 12. So 12 all here midway through set number 3. This one, an awkward bump, has to be saved by Ross. Jones able to put it back in. Savage for Reinhold, just outside. So that point goes to the Storm, and they regain a 1-point lead, score 13-12. And that serve up and over, set up by Savage, and Bailey handled in the back there by Ross, and that one falls. Bailey tries to kick it back up with her foot, no avail. And now 14-12 the score. Set up at the net for Schmidt. Off the block. A point goes to LC. So 14-13 the score. And it'll be Chloe Clark to do the serving. And it falls. Service ace for Chloe Clark. That's her second of this matchup, and we're tied at 14 apiece. Clark serve. Bennett outside Patterson. And it falls off the block of Schmidt. So 15-14 your score now. And we'll step away. LCC with a 1-point lead. And we'll be back with more on the NWAC Sports Network after a word from our sponsor.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
So back on court one now. It's Chloe Clark doing the serving for the Red Devils as they've claimed a 15-14 lead over the Chemeketa Storm. Again, Lynn Benton winning the game over on court two, and they've won the right to face the loser of this game in the other semifinal match. And out of bounds, LCC comes away with the point. So right out of the timeout, LCC extends their lead to 2. And a service error from Chloe Clark. That's her second service error to accompany her 2 service aces. So 16-15 your score now. Bennett serve. Bumped up by Schmidt. Set up at the net. Reinhold off the touch. Another point for the Devils. And coming back now to serve will be Brooke Mosier. Mosier serve, 2-point lead. And Oxy able to dig it out is Erickson, and Schmidt handled in the back by Jones. And keeping it alive there is Erickson, set across by Schmidt. Therefore now Ross, Jones, and Clark. And Erickson again, a great dig from Jones. Still alive. And not able to save that one is Chloe Clark. So the score goes 17-16. And now Emily Wedlick will go back and do the serving for Chemeketa. Set up now by Savage. Erickson into the arm of Wedlick, and that one falls right past the extended hand of Erickson. So 17 all the score here in set number 3. Set up now, Savage on the outside for Schmidt, and Schmidt with the kill. So 18-17 now in favor of the Devils, and it'll be Schmidt back to serve. Bump to the side, Jones sets it, and now Fandrick across, waiting for it is Clark. Outside for Erickson, and Erickson handled nicely by Jones. And Jones can't make it over the net. A point for LCC, 19-17 the score. And Schmidt back to serve again, nursing a 2-point lead this time. Serve up, over, waiting for it is Wedlick. And that one falls off the touch of Marinetti. So 19-18. And it'll be Fandrick going back to serve now for the Storm. Set up at the net for Marinetti. And it will put this one across as Jones. Clark waiting for it. Set by Savage. And Erickson handled in the back by Wedlick. And not able to clear that time is Fandrick. So LCC crosses the 20-point threshold first and have a 2-point lead over the Storm. And that one, a little miscommunication. Now set by Savage. Opportunity for Nina Bailey. And now outside for Erickson. And a double touch by Oxy. So a point to the Devils. So going back to serve now is going to be Savage for the Devils. As the referee having a conversation with the head coach, Tracy Stephenson. Pardon, it was Marinetti on the serve. And out of bounds. And a touch on the side of LC. So 21-19 will be your score. And it'll be Oxy back to serve. As set number 3, just as close as 2 was at this point. Oxy serve, bumped by Mosier, bumped again by Savage, and now Schmidt cannot be handled by Oxy. So 22-19 is your score. And now Savage comes back to serve. And a timeout will be taken by the Storm. So we'll step away, 22-19, when we come back on the NWAC Sports Network.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
And back now on court 1, a 22-19 lead for the Red Devils. As it's Savage now back to serve. And ready to get things rolling again. Wedlick on the bump. Set by Ross. Outside Jones. Clark able to get to it. And Erickson. A point will go to the Devils. 23-19. Set up now. Jones, Bailey, and it's going to fall after Savage gets the hit. And now serving is going to be Madison Ross. Schmidt on the bump. Set up at the net by Bailey now. And Jones outside Erickson. And it falls. Match point number 1 for the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. And if you can see down on the bleachers, Kirk Rowland getting all the LCC faithful on their feet. Patterson waiting for it. Erickson set up by Savage. Schmidt with the kill, and that is how LCC makes it to the championship. Chemeketa will play Lynn Benton here in just 40 minutes. So stick around, we'll have that one here, but we'll be right back with just a little more after this.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And back on the NWAC Sports Network, I'm down here with Kylie Reinhold of the LCC Red Devils. The Red Devils are in the championship. What's the team mood over there? Obviously good, right?
Yeah, we are really hyped and we're ready to take on LB.
All right, so you expect LB to go ahead and win over the Storm then?
Yeah.
So you heard it here. We'll call her on it later. But now you got the rest of the night off. You got to stick around and watch the game, see if you can get any more scouting done?
I think most of our scouting will come from our coaches. We might watch a little bit, but they give us our pregame scouting stuff, and we're going to hang out, eat, rest, and get ready for tomorrow.
All right, you heard it. Hang out, eat, rest from Reinhold herself. So we'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations again on the championship berth. And we'll be back a little bit later with the other semifinal match between the Storm and Lynn Benton, a matchup that is a rematch in which the Storm gave Lynn Benton its first loss all season. So 42-1, the record of Lynn Benton. We'll see if it can end up 42-2 by the end of the night. I'm Wes Tucker. We'll see you in a little while.